Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Simply Kiwi. If you're new to my channel, I like to do nail art. I like to do swatches and reviews. If you like that type of content, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, click on your notification bell so you know when I upload new content to the channel. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. This actual segment is about dupes, if I have any in my collection or not. I did ask some of you previously if you would like to see a video with some of the polishes that I have to see if I have any dupes. So this is that video. I am a little bit under the weather, if you can tell by my voice. I do apologize, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video up so you all can see what I have in my collection. So without further ado, let's get started to see if these are dupes or not. First, I have Luna Lab Creations, and this is Midnight Smooch. I also have LYNBDESIGNs. These two I thought were very similar in color, so I picked these two out. LYNBDESIGN is Someone by My Booty. So the first, I'm going to go ahead and swatch the Luna Lab Creations, or sometimes it's Luna Lacquer. As you can see in the first coat, it's a bit opaque. Now with LYNBDESIGNs, it's a bit more sheer. So we were going to have to do more applications with this one to really see it. But so far, side by side, kinda. So the second application with Luna Lacquer, it really gets very intense in color. It's very opaque. That's all I have to do with that one. LYNBDESIGN is going to take at least 3 to even get it comparable to the opacity of Luna Lacquer. But right here you can see it's not really the same. It did look like that in the bottle. Next I have Luna Lacquer and then LILYPAD. So with Luna Lacquer we have Firestarter, and LILYPAD we have Drifting Away. So let's see if these match up close. Luna Lacquer, it's very thick in consistency. It's almost opaque in one coat. You could put it off in one coat. And then we've got LILYPAD. You can see it's got more of that black base. And it's not as opaque in the first coat as it is with Luna. I didn't have to do a second coat with Luna, but I went ahead anyway. I love this color. It's so beautiful. With LILYPAD, I'm going to have to do at least 2 to 3 coats to get it to opacity. And I have to work a little bit more with that because of the brush that it comes with. It doesn't have that paddle brush. So you have to work a little bit more with that particular brush. But these are very similar, very close. I would say those are dupes. Next, I have ORLY and a Victorian Varnish. I can see in the bottle that they're not absolutely the same, but they were close in color. We have Sweet Peacock and Water Sign. And we're going to see how they perform. Now, with ORLY, it's more like a metallic base, if you understand what I'm saying. It's more like a metallic polish when applying. And again, I'm so used to the paddle brushes now. I've gotten spoiled. And then when I go back to one of those original brushes, it's kind of hard for me to work with it. I have to get back to that learning curve. Now this Victorian Varnish is more of a jelly base, whereas ORLY is more of the metallic. So you can see a little bit of the differences in that. And here it is side by side. And you can see that with Victorian Varnish, it's more sheer than the ORLY polish. I'm going to do a second application. And here's the second with the Victorian Varnish. And I'm just bumping stuff all over the place. But the colors are very similar. It's just that the texture, the consistency is very, very different with the two polishes. But the colors are pretty similar. But the finishes make it different, if that makes sense. Excuse me, y'all. Next, we have Victorian Varnish, Tentacle My Fancy, and then we have LYNBDESIGN's You Dream About Dead Guys. Excuse me. These are very, I would say these are actual dupes. I really do. And these are both magnetics. I'm just applying one application first so you can see the colors, and then I'll magnetize it in the second application. But so far, these look exactly alike. I do think that Victorian Varnish is just a tad bit deeper, if that makes sense, just a little bit darker in the color or more intense in color than LYNBDESIGNs. And here I am magnetizing it. And it has that pink shimmer, pink to red shimmer. So now I'm going to do Victorian Varnish, and I'm sorry, I mean LYNBDESIGNs, and I'm sorry if I'm out of frame just a tad, but we're going to see here what it looks like. And they are so similar, you guys. So I would say these are dupes. What do you think? So next I have LYNBDESIGN, When You Cut Loose, You Really Cut Loose. And then I have Luna, which is Sub-Zero. These look like dupes, y'all. Look at that. So we're going to see once we swatch those two. Again, that's LYNBDESIGNs and Luna Lacquer. Starting off first with LYNBDESIGN. As you can see, her polishes are more on the looser side, or sheer, I should say, with just one application. Sometimes most of her polishes you would have to build up to get the opacity that you're wanting or desire. Now with Luna, her polishes are more opaque. Excuse me, in the first application, or a second application too. So you can see side by side, you can't really tell if they're dupes. With Luna, you have more of the shimmer. You can see that scattered hollow shimmer in it, as opposed to LYNBDESIGNs. But I think the color is there. You just have those glitters in it more so in Luna's polish. But I believe that the color is there, if that makes sense. If we had those shimmers in LYNBDESIGNs polishes, you could say it's a dupe. But I would say it is a dupe with the color. So I think the color is there. Is just like I said, the Luna has more of that shimmer, that holographic shimmer. Now this one may not be a specific dupe. It's just similar. This is Sinful Colors Flake Out and Victorian Varnish Mint Julip on My Tulips. This has a sheer base, which is the Sinful Colors. But when I saw Victorian Varnish, I said, wait a minute, this looks so much like something I already have. But as you can see with Victorian Varnish, it has more of that blue in the base, as opposed to Sinful Colors, it has a clear base. So it's not a dupe, but as far as the glitters, they just put me in mind of it being in a similar family. So I have now LYNBDESIGNs and Luna Lacquer. Now I got these mixed up, I want to say, because they're two sets of Luna Lacquer and LYNBDESIGNs that I thought looked similar in color. So I thought I paired them correctly at first until I swatched the other set, and you'll see that in a moment. And then I realized, I got them mixed up. These greens, I tell you, that they got me all discombobulated. But anyway, you can see here definitely these are not comparable to each other. So, but I will show you in just a moment with the other set that they should have been paired differently once I get them completely swatched. But you can see with Luna that it's a more intense color, more green, more metallic looking. And here is the second set. I have Luna Lab Creations, it's Ice Mistletoe, and then you've got LYNBDESIGN's Can My Vacation Be Torturing Hostages. So as you can see already that these are not comparable, and I'm going to put the other one side by side so you can see. But like I said, with Luna, her polishes are more intense. LYNBDESIGNs are more sheer. You have to really build those up to get more of an intense color as you do more applications. So this is when I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. I put the second coat, so these don't look right. And I thought about it and I said, wait, wait, wait. These should have been paired with the other polishes. So I'm going to put them up here in just a minute once I get this second application on LYNBDESIGN. And you can see that Luna is more of a metallic look and deeper in green, as LYNB is more like, that's like more of a yellow tint to it. And then Luna has more. See, these are the ones that I put side by side, and see, those are the ones that should have been together. This is LYNB and um, excuse me, Luna Lab Creation. So I should have had Solstice and Can My Vacation Be Torturing Hostages, and then Ice Mistletoe with Solstice. So, uh, no, I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. I'm sorry. It should have been that. Thank God I Don't Breathe and Ice Mistletoes. So that should have been together side by side. As you can see, they've got those flakies. This is more of the comparable color. Now, I have four of these polishes here. I've got Paparazzi Dancehall. I have Luna Tanjiro. And I've got LYNBDESIGN's Ravaging Raviolis and Victorian Varn's Ambivalence. So first I'm starting off with Paparazzi Dancehall Queen. This is more of a blurple, I would say. It's very sheer on the first application. Then I've got Luna Tanjiro. Now with Luna, they have more, I want to say more of a shimmer to it. It's kind of sheer on the first application with this one as well, but it has more like the pink undertone. Here is LYNBDESIGN Raging at Ravioli. And this is really a multi-chrome. Here in the viewfinder, it's more purple, but when I was applying it, it had more of that red, copper red look. So it really shifts depending on the light. As you can see here with Victorian varnish, you can see that in the bottle. Depending on the angle, the color shifts, changes with that polish. Very, very pretty. Now with Victorian on this one, you can see it's really, really deep. You can really, really see that red, that purple. But with the LYNB, it's more of that blue purple, if that makes sense. But in the bottle, all of these look so alike. But once you get them swatched, they are totally different. So I wouldn't say they were dupes. They just look similar in color. But like I said, once I got them all swatched on the nail tips, they looked nothing alike. So depending on the angle of the lighting, you can see They may look a bit similar, but for the most part, they are not. Look, you can already see with these two that they are totally, totally different. But I had fun trying to find some polishes. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more often. If I see something in my arsenal from one polish, I'm just like, I'm going to go back and look and see if I see something similar in my collection to see if they're dupes or not. So you can see already that these are so different. And I really, really, really thought that LYNBDESIGN and Victorian Varnish were going to be absolute dupes, but they are not. They may be similar, but they are totally different. And I knew there was a situation to where they were in the same polish group or box, and they one pulled out at one time, but thinking that they were exactly the same, and they did look a lot alike in the bottle, but they are totally different once swatched. Very different, as you can see here. Excuse me. Trying to make it through, y'all. So you can see here with all four, they are not the same. They are not dupes. Like I said, even though LYNBDESIGNs and Victorian Varnish look so much alike, and I'll put it another coat just to see, because sometimes LYNB you have to put multiple coats. They are very similar, but they are different. I'm going to put another coat of Victorian Varnish. Very similar, but one has more of a purple tint, one has more of a pinkish tint. So they are different, still beautiful. All four are beautiful. Here are the greens side by side. Side by side. So you can see which ones are comparable to the other. But those are the pot greens side by side. And these are, I'm trying to fix it so you can see the blues, the browns, and these two sets here are, I would say, are dupes, with the exception of the Luna with the glitter in it. So if you did like this content, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your polish family and friends. Let me know in the comment section if you like this type of content. And remember, allow the man to take hold and watch the magic appear. And I'll see you in the next video.